what I'm good at is bossing people around and like telling people what to do. Like I'm a director. That's really what I am. I'm an orchestra. Is it an orchestrator? What's the name of the person that like does the music and orchestrates the music or whatever? So that's what I am. Like I'm the person that is like, this is my idea, here, go and implement it. All right. And everybody has their skills and stuff. Chris is very, very good. My acquisitions person, Chris, is phenomenal on the phones. He is so good on the phones. And I've had many owners tell me, look, like, I'm going to sell you this property because I really like Chris. So you need to be able to hire people to do the work that you don't want to do. Now, you may be like the conductor, maestro. Thank you very much. You may be the person in your team that does acquisitions well. You may be that person, and you may not be good at like the management portion or whatever, but like essentially figure out what you're good at, and then when you're not good at it, then hire somebody that's good at it to do it. And I tell my students this all the time. Just imagine your company. Imagine the company that you want, the one that how do you want your company to look? What are the things that you want to be doing? And imagine if your company, if in the company that you have, if it's storage investing or whatever, imagine if the company that you had, that you were running, you were only doing the things that you loved, right? And all the things that you didn't love doing, you could just delegate it to somebody else, right? Get somebody else to do it. Imagine what your company would look like, right? It would be just like the most awesomest company ever, right? So in my mind, that's kind of my goal. Like, I know I'm good at these things and I'm not good at these things. So those are the things I'm going to be delegating out and getting somebody that's good at to do those for me. Okay, so we're talking about today all the different ways that you can find properties. I've already been over two. One of them is you can, as of May 1st, come into the Storage Nerds coaching program, become a lifetime member, and then I will have an offer for us to find the facility for you. Okay. And then the other way is to hire a VA for for yourself and train them to create lists. We have VAs internally in my company that what they do in order to find properties for us is they create lists by going on to Google Maps. So we are not buying lists right now. Another way that you can find property, right? Another way for you to find the property is to buy the list. But my VAs internally, they're creating the lists themselves, right? So why pay for a list when I could just hire somebody to do that for me? Now, which one is better? I don't know. 6 one way, half a dozen the other. It's just personality. I used to buy lists. And, I used to buy the list. And but now, like, I want these VAs to eventually become acquisitions like managers, so in my mind, me training this VA to get out there and create the list and to really get out there and search and learn the nitty-gritty of it, which is exactly what Chris did. When I hired Chris as my acquisitions person, I trained him to do what I did, which is exactly the same thing. I created my own lists. I went out driving for storage. I went out and talked to owners myself. I went out and like built my own lists up is what I did. And so this is how I trained Chris, and this is how I'm training our VAs, and all the team as we grow and grow and grow. This is just kind of how we do it. But what you could do is you could buy the list. You could buy the list, and then you could you could just get the list and you could mail out to it and do it. That's an easier way to do it, I guess. But I feel like you can really it's like the nitty gritty, like acquisitions part, when you can really dive in and really truly understand. Now, our VAs that we hired, essentially, they're just like All they're doing right now is going onto Google Maps, and they are searching on Google Maps for storage facilities. And by just searching, right, you searching, storage in like a certain area,